Reading with Dennos. And today we're gonna be reading Walt Disney's Bambi. It's a little golden book classic. It's a short story made for little kids, and we're gonna be reading it. And this is really calming. Now you can use this as you go to sleep. No, just sit, listen to the crackling noises, and listen to my beautiful voice. Hey, we're gonna get started. Bambi came into the world in the middle of a thicket, one of those little hidden forest glades which seem to be open, but are really screened in on all sides. The magpie was the first to discover him. "This is quite an occasion," he said. "It isn't often that a young prince is born. Congrats." Bambi's mother looked up. "Thank you," she said quietly. Then she nudged her sleeping baby gently with her nose. "Wake up," she whispered. "Wake up." The fawn lifted his head and looked around. He looked frightened and edged closer to his mother's body. She licked him reassuringly and nudged him again. He pushed up on his thin hind legs, trying to stand. His forelegs kept crumbling, but at last bore his weight, and he stood beside his mother. "What are you going to name the young prince?" asked the baby rabbit. "I'll call him Bambi," the mother answered. "Bambi," repeated the rabbit. That's a good name. My name's Thumper." And he hopped away with his mother and sisters. The little fawn sank down and nestled close to his mother. Fuck, fuck. She licked his spotted red coat softly. The birds and animals slipped away through the forest, leaving the thicket in peace and quiet. The forest was beautiful in the summer. The trees stood still under the blue sky, and out of the earth came troops of flowers, unfolding their red, white, and yellow stars. Baby liked to follow his mother down the forest paths, so narrow that the thick leafy bushes stroked his flanks as he passed. Sometimes a branch tripped him up, or a bush tangled around his legs, but always his mother walked easily and surely. There were friends all along these forest paths, the opossums hanging by their long tails from the branches of a tree said, "Hello, Prince Bambi." As Bambi and his mother reached a little clearing in the forest, they met Thumper and his family. "Come on, Bambi," said Thumper. "Let's play." And Bambi began to run on his stiff, spindly legs. Then he saw a family of birds on a low branch. He stared at them. "These are birds, Bambi," Thumper said. "Birds," said Bambi slowly. It was his first word. When he saw a butterfly flutter across the path, he cried, "Bird, bird," again. "No, Bambi," said Thumper. "That's not a bird. It's a butterfly." Then Bambi saw a clump of yellow flowers, and he bounded toward them. "Butterfly!" he cried. "No, Bambi," said Thumper. "Flower." Suddenly he drew back. Out from the bed of flowers came a small black head with two gleaming eyes. "Flower," said Bambi. "That's not a flower," Thumper giggled. "Skunk." "Flower," said Bambi again. "Young Prince can call me Flower if he wants to," said the skunk. "I don't mind, in fact. I like it." Bambi had made another friend. One morning, Bambi and his mother walked down a path where the fawn had never been. A few steps more and they would be in a meadow. "Wait here until I call you," she said. The meadow is not always safe. She listened in all directions and called, "Come!" Bambi bounced out. Joy seized him, and he leaped into the air 3, 4, 5 times. "Catch me!" his mother cried, and she bounded ahead. Bambi stared after her. He felt as if he were flying without any effort. As he stopped for breath, he saw standing beside him a small fawn. "Hello," he said, moving nearer to him. Bambi, shy, bounded away, where he saw his friend, Flower the skunk, playing. He pretended he did not see the new little fawn. "Don't be afraid, Bambi," his mother said. "That is little Feline. Her mother is your Aunt Anna." Soon Bambi and Feline were racing around hillocks. Suddenly there was a sound of hoofbeats, and figures came bursting out of the woods. They were the stags. One of the stags was larger and stronger than all the others. This was the great prince of the forest, very brave and wise. Great Stag uttered one dreadful word. "Man!" Instantly, birds and animals rushed toward the woods. As Bambi and his mother disappeared into the trees, they heard behind them on the meadow loud, roaring noises, terrifying to Bambi's ears. Later, as Bambi and his mother lay safely in their thicket, his mother explained, "Man, Bambi! It was man in the meadow. He brings danger and death to the forest with his long stick that roars and spurts flames. Someday, you will understand." One morning, Bambi woke up, shivering with cold. His nose told him there was something strange in the world. When he looked out through the thicket, he saw everything covered in white. "It's snow, Bambi," his mother said. "Go ahead and walk out." Cautiously, Bambi stepped onto the surface of the snow and saw his feet sink down in it. The air was calm and the sun on the white snow sparkled, but Bambi was delighted. As he walked, stepping high and carefully, a breeze shifted a branch above him ever so slightly, just enough to tip a heavy load of snow on Bambi's head. He jumped high in the air, startled and frightened, then ran on, licking the snow from his nose. It tasted good, clean, and cool. Thumper was playing on the ice-covered pond, and Bambi trotted gingerly down the slope and out onto the smooth ice too. His front legs shot forward, his rear legs slipped back, and down he crashed. He looked up to see Thumper laughing at him. He finally lurched to his feet and skidded across the ice dizzily, landing headfirst on a snowbank on the shore. As he pulled himself out of the